2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. This Cavaliers group has been getting things done. They have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule. Dominant basketball. And this evening, going head-to-head, two of the best rebounding teams in the league. Should be a serious bump and grind. Kenny, what makes these two clubs so great on the board?
Fundamentals, Ernie. Fundamentals.
Oh.
You know, that's something that...
Time for the traveling Milwaukee Bucks today. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. This game marks the end of the stretch.
Push our magic number by 2.
These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And they're playing some of the most impressive basketball we've seen all season in the NBA. It's hard to think of any team that's played better than they have during this streak.
And Greg, I love the attitude they're bringing onto the court every night, the belief you can see in this group. It's going to take something very special to beat this team.
And before the tip-off, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach thru.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. He acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. With the All-Star game approaching ever so closer, I have to ask you, Clark, how much is the All-Star game talked about among the players?
I don't think it's talked about a ton. I mean, I played on teams that didn't have many All-Stars in the early 80s. Guys that were good players, but not in All-Star consideration. I imagine for teams that have multiple All-Stars, it might come up, but there's so much work to be doing prior to that I think that takes most of the conversation.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Parker is the 4 with Monroe in the middle. Brogdon and Middleton are the guard tandem, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. Parker's shot is off. And here's Cleveland. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo after the miss from garbage man. Screen by Monroe. Fires at the elbow. They get it again, and it's Monroe finishing it off.
Man, what hustle from Monroe. I mean, this is a guy that gobbles up second chance opportunities for his team thanks to his gigantic size.
Now here's Love. Love with the screen on Brogdon. Thomas dishes to James. And there's the foul, and it's on garbage man.
And I haven't had over back in a long time.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Screen by Monroe. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Monroe sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Here's Parker. Here's Monroe. Out of hand on it.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Even when you get a hand up, well, still drains it. I mean, excellent concentration. Not a guy you can easily shake.
Now, here's Monroe. His last outing, he had 8 points. Thomas inside. He's guarded by Brogdon. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Parker with a clean look and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Parker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to garbage man. And there's the second dunk to finish it off.
Flying high and throwing it down.
Should have 4 points.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And stolen by Love. Teams outside. Over onto Antetokounmpo, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
6 on the shot clock. Screen by Monroe. And no good that time. And Cleveland the other way now. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks. They came away with the win.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Yeah, and from the start, Greg, you could tell they were ready to go. Love how fearless they were, confident, aggressive, attack mode. They don't care where the games are played. They're ready to get it done.
Parker against Love. Screen by Monroe. Here's Parker. And he sinks the shot coming off a strong pick. Parker's got 5 points so far.
And Parker is really a scholar of the game. I mean, sensing separation after the screen and simply rising up and letting his shot fly in perfect rhythm.
Now, here's Thomas. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State.
And how about the
Glad to see the alley-oop is
communication
finally.
between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to
Finally
pull
back
that
to
thing
where it
off.
should be.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And Clark is a Midwest guy. You grew up watching your team against the Bucks, and even as a
Got
player, you
screened by
faced
like
off against
3
them
people.
more than your fair
Couldn't get
share.
through the crowd.
When you think about the history of the Milwaukee Bucks, who leaves an imprint on your mind for how they helped that franchise?
Well, guys that I actually played against, Sid Moncrief would be at the top of the list because he was so integral to the Bucks' success. Really good at both ends of the floor, a leader. I didn't have to guard him, but I played against those really good Bucks teams in the early, mid-'80s, and he was a big part of that.
Now Middleton. After Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. Wells with the steal. Over Middleton, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Love how quick Wells is off the dribble, going right into his shooting motion. The defense has to be more aware of how quick he pulls up.
Now here's Middleton. 14 points from him the last game against Boston. A try by Monroe. It's rebounded by Garbage Man. Garbage Man's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Screen by Parker. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And good for 2. Monroe's got 6.
And the vision of the Greek Freak easily spotting his wide open teammates thanks to that height of his.
Here's Garbage Man. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Golden State.
Oh, come on.
He was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night.
Now, here's Thomas. It's a pick by Love. Parker with the steal. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Phenomenal court vision by Parker. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league.
Cavaliers leading. Wells passes to garbage man. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now Brogdon looking for his first basket still in this one. And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. Screen by Monroe. Brogdon the pass to Monroe. Stolen by Monroe. And that one drops.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
It's a pick by Love. They set the screen inside. Garbage man. And he comes off the screen and spins it through.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Now here's Monroe. He's got 6. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Bucks trail by 4. Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And he couldn't get one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Love.
You know, can't fault the defense for biting on Monroe's pump fake. I mean, it's a pretty good one. He's very good at making defenders jump in the air on that shot fake of his.
Often modern NBA players will get criticized for not being sound enough with their fundamentals. Clark, do you feel that's a fair statement?
I really don't. I think it's a bit of an overreach. You know, we all have revisionist history. Things were always better in our past than they are currently. I mean, the stories get better as we get older is one of the ways I've heard it framed. I think the players are more athletic, and because they play growing up in more structured environments, I think sometimes they don't get the same nuances and feel for the game that you would get from just playing organically. But I still think fundamentally the players are quite good, and I do think that's a bit of a reach as a sweeping statement that they're not as sound fundamentally today as they were in the past.
Osman knocked loose and stolen by Baker. For 3, Brogdon. And the 3 ball is good. Brogdon's got 5 now.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Rose kicks to Crowder. Passes it to Thompson. Here is Garbage Man. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pocket 6. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And that's back-to-back threes. He just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Throws a screen on Antetokounmpo. Outside Rose. There's a good screen. Stolen by Brogdon. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. To the middle. Here's Garbage Man. And that one is stuffed right through.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go
man.
hard to the bucket.
Can't stop these 3-pointers.
Set up the defense. The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now, here's Thompson. And again it will fall. That's a good there from Garbage Man. He's got 12.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constant lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Maker with the ball. He's covered by Thompson. Monroe, no good.
The job on the backboard.
Sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now here's Williams after the miss from Jay Crowder. Back to Williams. Here's Monroe. That doesn't go either from Monroe.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the court.
Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Crowder, the pass to Smith. At the elbow, it's Rose. Shoots over Brogdon, and it comes off the front of the rim.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what he did? It happened.
We'll get right back to the action when we return.
They're struggling.
Up to this point, it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And Milwaukee has possession. It's a 10-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Yep, they sure did. Seemed like they had them completely figured out, hammered them with their aggressive defense throughout the game.
On the court for the Bucks, Antetokounmpo and Parker are the wing. Wilson out there with Monroe. And it's Middleton in at the point guard. Offensive rebound. That one is good from Garbage Man.
I tried, Shammy.
Garbage Man's got 14. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Thomas. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. LeBron with it. Last game against Golden State. 6 to shoot. Back to Thomas from deep. Here's Garbage Man and a strong finish with two hands.
And Kevin, plays like that really
Reaching right through his arms.
Nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg
Rob somebody of a
follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Garbage Man in the last game against the Warriors was a man on a mission. He finished with 30 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Now, here is Monroe. He has 7. It's Parker outside. They get it again. Monroe's shot is good. 9 points in the game so far.
Man, I love how intense Monroe is in the paint. If he has the ball close to the bucket, he's thinking about scoring every time, which is how you should think when you're inside.
Love against Wilson. With the teardrop, it's Love laying it in. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Middleton with it, out guarded by Garbage Man. And it's Parker again missing.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Now James, after Jabari Parker missed from long range. Second shot opportunity, stolen by Monroe. Parker with him. He's picked up by LeBron. Got that one up quick. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he's giving himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
Outside Thomas. Over Middleton. And it's off the back rim.
Come
no
on.
good.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Thomas kicks to Love. And here is LeBron. 11 points in the game. Love with the buckets.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
And stolen by Love. Releases. Bounces high off the rim and drops. LeBron's got 7 now in this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. The Cavaliers pull it in. Garbage Man's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. They set the pick. Now the dish to James. LeBron with another miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Middleton dishes to Parker.
Uh,
56 seconds left to play in the first half. Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. Is shot by Middleton, wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Three is killing
really
us.
important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Bucks trail by 14. And he banks in the layup.
I mean, the number of points
Almost.
they've scored in the paint
Almost center off the
already
glass.
here is eye-opening.
That's a pick by Love. James in the post. He's against Parker, and that's going to be a travel.
Come on, guys. Falling apart.
Bucks shooting around 43% from the floor in the second quarter. Parker sets the screen for Middleton. Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. With 2 seconds left, and it's good on the assist by Parker. He's got 8.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Ending off contact like a real pro.
And the first half is now in the books. Cavaliers on top, up 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, you have scored very efficiently in the first half, so what is the mindset then?
Well, you know, I've tried to stay aggressive when I have the ball and not to get baited into taking a bad shot. As long as I keep attacking and not settling for the bad looks, then I'll be effective on the offensive end. We have a great offense, you know, as a team, and I'm just trying to do my part within it.
Well, you guys are working together, and it's paid dividends so far. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
+2.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. We're seeing a tremendous game from Garbage Man.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half. Shot way above his average.
Exactly, Greg. And, you know, when he's scoring like this, they're tough to stop.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland. LeBron and Love making up the forward positions. Isaiah Thomas out there with Wells, and it's Garbage Man in at the 5 spot. And he trims the lead to single digits. Brogdon's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bucks.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon was the 36th overall pick in 2016 out of Virginia. A little older than most rookies over the last decade when they come into the league, but tell you what, Bucks got a real winner here. He's going to be a long-time, valuable player.
Here's Wells. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. It's on Jabari Parker.
Man, I like seeing Wells slice to the rack, using his quickness and putting the defense in a really hard spot. He's great at drawing fouls.
And for Brogdon, his age most likely a factor why he fell to the second round. Still, Clark, you know, the Bucks loved what he was about when they first met him coming out of the University of Virginia.
Yeah, hard not to love what he's about. Intelligent, focused, purposed, driven, skilled. I mean, his age may have worked against him in terms of where he was drafted, but it got him into a great spot for his long NBA career because he's going to have one.
And so it's Cleveland with it after the basket by Milwaukee. Wallace with it, now guarded by out of the Kuma.
Come on.
The way they energize themselves, get going 0 for 3, and they're looking for their rhythm right now.
It's deflected. Now here's James. He's got 13. Played here in the third quarter. That was wide open. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. The Bucks trail by 11. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Monroe. And again, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They really got to pick up that interior defense.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And Wells really reliable from deep. When he squares his body up towards the hoop, you feel like he's going to make every shot he takes.
Parker dishes to Middleton. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Garbage Man's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Thomas. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. He dishes it to Wells. And a miss there on the triple. Bucks trail by 12. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
Oh.
Shoots from the elbow. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Nice precision from the mid-range from Monroe. Really good at measuring his jump shots.
To the right side. Here's Garbage Man, and he slams it one-handed.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now it's timeout called by Milwaukee. Clark is an analyst.
Kumbo may be hurt.
The game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective. And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes. 4 on the shot clock. They get it back. Here's Parker. No good, not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Here's Brogdon following the score by Derrick Rose. Henson the pass to Parker. Over Thompson. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to 12 points again in the basket from Parker.
Muscle up. That's what Parker's telling those guys trying to defend him in the paint. He's really good at establishing his post position down low.
Now here's Rose, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the score by Derrick Rose. Outside Williams. The offensive rebound. That shot no good. Cleveland leading by 14. Here's Wells.
Oh, come on, Shane.
From three-point range. Now, Antetokounmpo, he's got 12 over Wells. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. When you watch Giannis out there, he just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
And he sinks the second.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Stolen away. Outside Rose. They set the pick. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rose has got 7 points in the game. And great with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
Here's Rose, following the score by John Henson. Rose kicks to Thompson. Out to the right wing, beyond the arc, and Wells the bucket on the assist by Thompson.
No screen assist.
18 points for Shammy Wells. Here's Henson. Terrific assist. Solid play all around.
Henson very skilled down low. At almost 7 feet tall, the defense cannot allow him in a deep position.
And Parker, here we go. Out to the right wing. The shot by Brogdon, wide open. Treading's the three-pointer. 10 points for him.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Hey, you know what? You've got to get out on Wells, guys. I mean, you love seeing him connect on these shots from deep. He's got a sweet stroke.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Shammy Wells with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, he's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
Crowder, he's checked in for Wells. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Makers checked in. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 13. Kicks to Henson. Over Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Job, Tristan.
Baker kicks to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. On to Tacumbo's got 7 now in this quarter. Cleveland leading by 13. Thompson outside. Here is Garbage Man. 18 points for him. Right side Rose. It's going to be a goaltending call here.
Oh, okay.
So they'll count the bucket.
Nice.
The block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Ooh, friendly bounce.
Has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Williams a screen. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Oh, that's blocked.
Yeah, here, Ante.
Oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brogdon with it. He's got 10. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo over Smith. And that one goes long.
And the defense that time was late. You got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
To the paint. Garbage Man, the pass to Rose. Fires, high post. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Back to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Smith. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. And the jam by J.R.
JR hanging on the rim for a little bit.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Here's Williams following the score by Cleveland. Maker with a screen for Williams to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Henson. That's tipped.
Keep giving them to me, boys. Keep giving them.
Wilson, he's checked in for Henson.
No, look, shit.
On defense, Cleveland. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Good D.
Now let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight
See who it was,
between the
but-
starters and the reserves for Cleveland.
And the reserves, they have been huge
They
here
have.
tonight and helped carve out this big lead. The best teams come at you in waves. The starters take a breather, and they just keep on coming.
Here's Wilson. Off the pick and hammers it home.
Screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through it, and that's not legal.
One of the hardest things, Clark, to defend in the league is the pick and roll. What do defenders need to key on when they're defending a pick and roll?
Well, I think a couple of things. One is you want to try to dictate where the pick and roll is going to happen and where you want the ball handler to go. And then there's got to be great communication. The two guys involved in the screen and roll have to be on the same page. There's got to be a lot of talk. And then the three guys maybe not involved have to be ready to help their teammates. So communication, a real sense of trying to dictate to that ball handler where you want him to go and what you want to give up, because you can't take away everything when you're defending a good pick and roll combination.
And here's Cleveland. They're on a 14-6 run. Rose, a screen on Brogdon. Thomas inside. He's guarded by Brogdon. That one, no good. Outside Williams. There's the screen. Picked by Williams. Thomas with the steal. And he banks in the layup. Thomas got 6.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Williams.
That's hurt.
It's Brogdon on the wing. He's got 10 from the arc. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter. Outside Rose feeds it to Crowder. Thomas a screen. Pass to Garbage Man. Wilson. 1:02 left to play here in the third. Pass to Brogdon. Pocket 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that's going to be too many steps. It's the whistle on the travel.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn.
You know, can't afford these kinds of mistakes right now, Greg. It's as simple as that. And they're making it hard on themselves.
Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. Now here's Thomas. He's got 6. Passes to Zizic. Here is Garbage Man. The kick out to Crowder. There's the pick. And there's the dunk to finish it off.
Nice job.
Grace.
And setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a
Rebounding, I'm doing
big
horrible.
Follow.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Now here's Middleton. 5 points in the game. The feed to Williams. Stripped it away. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And
That sucked because I got hit with a turnover, even though I never had the ball in the first place. Never had possession of basketball in the first place. So it's crappy that I got hit with a turnover. But whatever. It is what it is.
And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
Sorry.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the court for the Bucks, it's Giannis running the point with Middleton flanking him. Marvin Williams is out there with Maker, and it's Monroe in at the center position. Now here's Will, and it's off from three-point range. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And Marvin Williams, for a long while, had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who was stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and hey, he's shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
Shot clock at 2. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
I like the
well, those 3 points
are
are completely on me.
Immediately making the defense pay.
It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how accomplished Antetokounmpo is on defense. I mean, he's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
Now here's Thomas. Rejected by Monroe. In the corner, Middleton with it. Here's Maker. Here's Monroe, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Monroe is definitely a bully down inside. I mean, the defense doing all they can to match his physicality, but all they end up doing is committing fouls.
The first free throw is good. Kevin Love's checked in for Crowder. Parker's checked in for Milwaukee. Good on both.
Just giving them 5
Cavaliers
points.
leading by 12.
It's colder.
Thomas dishes to LeBron. Love with the screen for James. Goes up off the pick, and James throws it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Milwaukee's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Monroe left side. Middleton outside. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Tries from 16. Maker with the ball. He's going up against Love. And the basket by Maker.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Wells in the corner. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And now 24 points for Shammy Wells.
There's their Thomas.
Really in a good position thanks to the efficiency from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Brogdon, he's checked in for the Bucks. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Thomas kicks to Love. And here's LeBron outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean,
Come on!
any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of
Fucking
warm-up
controller
jump
won't
shots out
stop
there.
moving me around.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Well, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jabari Parker.
And Wells is always
come on,
focused
Shan.
for ways to get to the strike. He's fantastic at putting the defense in a compromising position, especially deep inside.
With the versatility of modern players and the switching that goes on in defensive schemes, Clark, are traditional NBA positions meaning less and less in the game now?
I think we're finding that more teams are playing close to positionless basketball in many ways. So positions aren't nearly as important as skill sets with your 5 players on the floor. I think that's what you look at when you field your team.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. From deep, that's in there. Thomas with the assist.
I don't have a circle, and I couldn't get away from Monroe to get out of the way for Isaiah.
With that last one. Over to the left wing. Poked away. Here's Parker, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Boy, you've got to respect his jump shot. Parker's got a nice stroke.
Cleveland leading by 16. Outside Thomas. Here's LeBron. Milwaukee with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Parker, a screen on LeBron. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over LeBron. At the tip. Love grabs the board. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Here's Wells. The 3-pointer, no good. Bucks trail by 16.
Exhausting, guys.
Brogdon kicks to Parker. It's the 3-point bomb.
And you really can't disregard the sniping ability of Parker. I mean, when he gets comfortable from there, he can knock down 3-pointers.
It's a pick by Love. LeBron against Antetokounmpo. And that one's good by LeBron. LeBron's got 20.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. That's now 22 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is to Love. He kicks it to Wells. Back to Love. He feeds it to Wells. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Wells has got 31 points. The dish to Parker. Screen by Monroe. Parker drives in, and it's blocked. They recover.
That was goaltending.
Looked like it was on the way down. Yet they called goaltending. Count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Thomas kicks to James. Love the pass to Garbage Man. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's good from Garbage Man.
Man, shooting is not being friendly to me at the line.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Boy, you take a look at Jason Kidd, and he's clearly one of those players that just has a mind for the game. Throughout his career, you saw how well he saw the court, felt the game, and how he created scoring chances for his teammates, and was also very heady at the defensive end. One of the very cerebral Hall of Fame players we've had in the history of the league.
And the first one drops. And with Kidd, he was one of those players that when he got into coaching, you just said, of course, it makes too much sense given how much of an on-the-court leader he was.
Yeah, and you know what? You're exactly right. I felt the same way about Kidd. And when you play with some players, you just get that feeling with how they approach the game. And even in your role as a broadcaster, mine too, we get to talk to players and we get a feeling of whether they'll coach or not. Even in college, you could tell he was a special player with kind of a unique view of the game as well.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. James with the ball. Great open look there. 36 points for Shammy Wells.
I tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Shit.
Screen by Monroe. He dishes it to Middleton. Oh, good on the triple.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails.
I'll run it out, guys. Sorry.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Now here's Middleton after LeBron James's miss. Parker sets the screen for Middleton. Here's Monroe. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back.
I'll run it out because Monroe's on the floor.
LeBron outside. And another three for Cleveland.
Oh, I might get my triple-double.
On their perimeter shooters, three
They help
of the
me,
last
somebody
five
help me.
baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it to Parker. In the corner, it's Brogdon. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Thomas passes to Garbage Man. Wells kicks to Thomas, and he makes good on the layup.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
I hope he doesn't take me out. I was a moment ago, but I'm one block away from my triple-double.
Communication and awareness.
And now it's Bucks present our Jordan Player of the Game, Garbage Man.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And the Bucks making a change here. Akers checked in. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. Parker outside. Unloads from 13. Will not go. This is off the front line. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-7 run. Thomas kicks to James. Love with the screen on Parker. Over Parker. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Rebounded by Garbage Man. Garbage Man's got his 16th rebound on the night. There's the pass to James.
Oh, what are you doing, Shammy?
In the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
Could have waited like 3 more seconds.
Players who function as point forwards for their team. How difficult is that to deal with as a defender?
I think it's really hard. I think it just speaks to the versatility of
Oh, no!
So the Cavaliers taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen.
No.
Just what a clinical performance they put on.
Oh, man. Almost. I still technically think I blocked that dunk. But, whatever. I think I'm gonna just kind of hang around this area for now, for the rest of the season.
Thanks very much.
See if I have a
your
crappy
effort
game.
at the defensive end was the key to the win. Was that an area of emphasis going into the game?
As a team, you know, we just have to try to support each other, pump each other up after a big defensive stop. You know, when you have the bench and your coaching staff is going crazy after a defensive play, it's easy to keep maximum effort out on defense, and that's why we can be so stingy with the points on any given night.
Well, it was a 5-man approach to defense tonight. Congrats. Kevin?
No.
Thank you as always.
Got 2 towards the magical number.
For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Up to how you leave in your clothes.